The thing about successful people is they fail more than they succeed. Welcome back to Aaron's Daily Thoughts. My name is Aaron Finlay, and today's subject is why we procrastinate. It really comes from a desire to not be wrong. You know, it's human nature to not want to mess up. It's human nature for us to avoid failure, to avoid uncomfortable feelings, and unfortunately, we are really good at avoiding uncomfortable feelings. When we don't want to do something, we don't want to feel uncomfortable, we know how to get around it. And one of the ways is by making excuses. You know, because if you procrastinate something, let's say you're preparing for a test and you don't study for that test. When you take that test, you're like, well, I failed the test. Let's say you get an F, but you're like, just imagine how much better I would have been if I studied. You know, I didn't study, so it's okay. And I probably would have done really good if I did study. And that's kind of justification we create for ourselves. And that avoids the possibility that even if you studied and put a ton of work and effort into it and you still got an F, then you would feel a diminish of your self-worth. You know, too often we attach our self-worth as a person to how well we accomplish activities. You know, whatever it may be, whether it's taking a test or playing a sport, playing an instrument, you know, there's so many skills out there that we kind of base our self-worth off of. You know, if we see somebody else who is doing so much better at it than we are, and we felt like we put in so much effort into it, and yet we still don't feel like we're at the point where we want to be, then we feel like we're not as good of a person. But we need to detach our self-worth from how good we are at things. Everyone starts bad at something. Everyone fails. And the thing about successful people is they fail more than they succeed. I want you to think about that. When you want to accomplish your goal, you are going to fail more times than you're going to make it the first try. Nobody makes it the first try, unless you're lucky. But, you know, every single thing that you want to get good at takes time and patience, practice. Simple, small, day-to-day efforts, consistency, each and every day. And then over a long period of time, the compound effect kicks in and you end up mastering a skill that you spent hours and hours and hours on, but it was all about the little tiny things, little tiny decisions that you made each and every day. Instead of, you know, sitting on the couch and watching Netflix, you decided instead to practice your skill or to create something, to be productive, to produce. People who are successful, people who live happy, fulfilled lives and are always growing and learning and improving are really good at not procrastinating. They're really good at getting things done right now because they don't feel the need to make excuses. They don't feel the need to attach their self-worth to how good they are at something that they've never done before. Trying new things is something that everyone has to do. If you never try new things, you will never accomplish things you've never done before. I encourage you to be aware of where procrastination stems from. That fear of, you know, not being good enough, the fear of failure. And as soon as you understand your beliefs, then you can work to change them, to replace them with beliefs that you want, things that you want to believe, that align with your goals and your values. Instead of giving in to the fear of not being good enough, you could say, if I fail, then I can learn something and I can keep moving forward and always do better. Keep in mind that there is always something you did well and something you can improve on. No matter how far ahead you feel like you are in life, there is always something you can do better and there's always something you did well. One more thing. We got merch. Honestly, I think it looks pretty sick. If you want to get some of this, and we have a whole bunch of other options, so just click the link in the description, and it really helps support the channel. If you want to see better content, then that is a great way to do it, to support us. So thanks so much. Stay inspired. See ya.